It really struck me that some of Copenhagen's top food destinations, including Empirical and Noma, are not in the city centre, but in industrial areas. Just up the road is a legendary restaurant on Mass, the creation of Matt Orlando.
Oh, wow.
So this is it.
Wow.
It's funny, you get these, so many of my friends said, you have to make the entrance on that side, the water's on that side, the garden's on that side. It needs to be, I was like, no, man. When you walk into this little hallway into an office building, and then you come through this little door, and then it just opens up into this.
It almost explodes, doesn't it?
Yeah,
it's just like boom.
Quite dramatic. When you open a restaurant, you're like, okay, we're only going to do 5 courses, and we're just going to turn tables and just be a bit more casual. And my wife said, you're never just going to be able to stick with 5 courses.
I get that as well.
Yeah.
You stop dreaming. You know exactly what you're going to do.
6 years later, we're 11-course menu.
Back to caning it and just doing it the old school way.
Exactly. And every single course on the menu contains a byproduct or from either the current menu or something we've had on recently. The byproducts themselves have now really pushed the creative process.
Yeah.
It's like we don't even start with a piece of fish now. We start with, okay, hey, we have all these mussels that we use to make mussel stock that were overcooked in the process, so now we smoke them and dry them. Now we have all these, what can we do with these dried mussels? Great, we're going to make almost like a dashi.
Yeah.
Okay, what can we put with that?
Doing that, did your dry stores just explode?
Explode. We can go take a peek at it right now. So
Matt has cooked with the world's best known chefs in restaurants like the Fat Duck, Per Se in New York, and he was head chef in Noma during his time as world's best restaurant. When he set up Amass, Matt wanted to create a business that had as little negative impact on the environment as possible, going as far as banning single-use plastics from his kitchens.
Because in general, the restaurant industry is extremely irresponsible.
Yes.
We try not to use the word sustainable anymore because it's becoming a buzzword.
Yeah,
we try to use the word
yeah.
responsible.
Yeah.
Because my fear is that the word sustainable becomes like organic, where it's like
or artisan or something like that.
It becomes an advertising thing, and like lists and ratings and stuff have become such a driving force in the industry. And I talk to the guys all the time about this is our list or our rating is working the way we do, and creating a product that is so delicious and superior because we're working in a very different way than the majority of the restaurant industry is. Mm-hmm. So unless we deliver an experience that is top-notch, we're not going to convince anybody that this is the way to move forward.
The responsibility ethos in Amass really drives their kitchen creativity, and it's what brought them to the industrial space, where they are literally growing their own ingredients.
So this is, it's all the fish trim that we produce, bones as well.
Yeah.
The bones we pressure cook and puree and then mix it with all the pressings from rapeseed oil from one of our farmers. And then
So cool.
We started with 54 carp 5 years ago. We actually had to give 26 of them away to another aquaponics because they were producing too much nitrogen for the system. We basically have earthworms living in the hanging gardens. They eat the solids of the fish waste, turn it into worm castings, which, as you know, is the holy grail of nutrients for plants.
Yeah.
My forager, Thomas, 4 years ago, delivered watercress to us, wild watercress with roots on it. So we threw it down in the beds. The roots grew in, and now this river,
Wow.
And every time he sends out a mail to everyone about watercress, I just send him a picture of this with a.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and he comes here, he's like, this tastes better than the stuff I'm picking in the wild right now.
Yeah, it does.
When I left Noma, and there's nothing against what they do over there, but I had 47 chefs under me at Noma. You're first and foremost a psychiatrist, then a babysitter, and then a chef. And so...
And a doctor.
And a doctor. And someone's dad, and someone's mom, and...
A bank manager. Counselor.
Yeah. So when we opened up here, I was like, I just want like a super small, focused team
Yeah.
that know what to do, when to do it, and how to do it.
I come from a very, very simple life. Do you know what I mean? Like, but I cook for people that have lots of money.
Yeah.
I don't pretend that I have lots of money. I just cook for these people, you know. And I go home to my wife and my kids and live in a small little house, and that's me. That's all I want.
Yeah.
And my restaurant, so I can be creative and I can work for myself and play around.
If you think about a restaurant in and of itself, it's a super materialistic thing.
Yeah.
People pay a lot of money to come and drink and eat, and it's an experience that not everyone can afford to do.
Yeah.
So how do you give that materialistic entity substance? For us, it's working like we do and trying to share that information and get that. We do have like a kids program in the garden, and it's about, I think, engaging the community a bit and just being more out there and not kind of living in your own kind of materialistic universe.
Yeah,
it's like,
yeah.
how do you use this vessel as something to carry another message?
Wow. What an experience. Being here in Copenhagen in the last 4 days has just been mind-blowing. It's unbelievable what's going on, especially over here. Just the way the people are thinking, all these creative minds trying to make a difference and how they run their businesses. And yeah, I've got a lot to think about, and I think this is going to change it, the way I think about everything, a lot. I think this is going to be quite a profound moment in my career. So.